Chelsea versus Tottenham. Enzo Marseca reveals mistake nearly cost win. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca said he could have blown his side's chances of hanging on for a 1-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur on Thursday by making defensive changes for the dying moments, only to realize that a full 12 minutes had been added on. We created chances enough in the first half. And then, to be honest, it has been my mistake because I did the change before I saw the extra time, a relieved-looking Maresca told reporters. When I saw 12 minutes, I saw that probably was too early to make that kind of change. But fortunately, we won the game, and we are happy. With the clock ticking down and Chelsea ahead through Enzo Fernández's 50th-minute header, Maresca replaced attacker Cole Palmer and Fernandez with defender Tosin Adarabioyo and midfield anchor Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, packing his back line. The change allowed Spurs to pour forward in their search for an equalizer during the long period of stoppage time, which came after 2 long VAR checks in the second half, which ruled out goals for both sides. Maresca was full of praise for the way his players soaked up the pressure to seal the win, which gave Chelsea some fresh momentum in their hunt for a top 4 finish and a place in next season's Champions League. If you want to become a team, I think you need also to learn and to play in the way we played in the last 10 minutes. Win a game in a dirty way, the Italian said. Maresca said the return of Senegal striker Nicholas Jackson from injury had given his side more shape, thanks to his incessant pressing of the Spurs defense. For sure, with Nico we are a different team, the manager added. Spurs boss Enzo Postecoglou said poor defending was to blame for Chelsea's goal, and he was critical of how VAR ruled out what he thought was an equalizer when substitute Pape Sarr beat Robert Sanchez with a low drive, only for it to be ruled out for a foul by Sarr moments earlier. The Australian downplayed suggestions from reporters that he had shown frustration at Spurs fans, some of whom had booed his substitution decisions, by cupping his ear to them when Sarr found the back of the net. It's incredible how things get interpreted. We just scored. I wanted to hear them cheer. We've been through a tough time, and I thought it was a cracking goal. I wanted them to get really excited, he said. It doesn't bother me. It's not the first time that they've booed my substitutions. That's fine. They're allowed to do that, said Postecoglou, whose side are 14th in the table. Fenerbahce have come out in defense of their coach Jose Mourinho, claiming he was provoked by his Galatasaray counterpart Okan Buruk following Wednesday's Turkish Cup game between the sides. Mourinho, whose team lost 2-1 in the quarterfinal, was seen grabbing the nose of Buruk, following a scuffle that broke out between the players on the pitch after the final whistle. Okan Buruk came towards our technical director Jose Mourinho, who was in a meeting with the referees yesterday after match, under the pretext of shaking the referees' hands. A Fenerbahce statement said. He then provoked our technical director with gestures and discourses, and had the audacity to make a disrespectful hand gesture after crossing the police line. Buruk, who dropped to the ground holding his face after Mourinho grabbed his nose, said of the episode after the game, Mourinho squeezed my nose from behind while I was going on. There was a slight scratch. I won't exaggerate about it, but it's not a very stylish thing. However, Fenerbahce felt Buruk's reaction was overblown. After our technical director touched his nose momentarily in the face of these provocations, the person concerned threw himself to the ground in an exaggerated manner, the club said.